Hello again. Um, yeah, just another one. Just prove that bullying, right? It's a big. Hate's not the right word, but it just frustrates me. Now, over the years, I was bullied. Lots of other people have been bullied, and it affects them throughout their whole lives. Some of them, obviously, it's a lot sad, and they can't deal with it in their life. And it can turn to drink, drugs, and worse. Um, I think what we all can do uh, as people, I thought was a good idea. Now, in schools, um, whether it be junior or middle school, whichever you are, coming coming up to, I think it's more the teens, but the younger kids, I don't know, would it work at a younger age and instilling into them a bit of responsibility and try and cut out this kind of hatred that comes out with kids being nasty to each other and stuff like that. And what I thought all schools could have is a buddy system. Obviously, it will start off at 1 year. Say you go into your second year of high school. Say when you get a new influx in the lower year, you get put with a kid in that year. So somebody in the second year will look after that one if they've got any problems or whatever. They're kind of there like a big brother or sister to kind of look after them. Say, you know what, they're your responsibility, and the whole year gets that. Obviously, numbers wise, you'd have to figure out how that would work, but you're then, it's almost like a younger brother or sister, this buddy system. And then when you go up into the third year, you still are buddying for that person, but then you've got a new influx, so the person you're looking after is looking after somebody else. And what you're doing is, with each year, you're kind of building up this system that is, hey, I'm looking after you, but you're doing that and you're helping them look after them as well. And what you suddenly find you're doing is you're caring for somebody, not of yourself, and there is a lot of things that kids can be quite nasty with each other. And I mean, things, stuff at home. We should have some kind of counsellor type or somebody at school that we should be able to find out what the issues are from a young age. But with the buddy system, it's kind of giving your child, if you have a child, or niece, nephew, brother, sister, that kind of, they're growing up with that sense of responsibility, and looking after somebody else, and maybe building up that kind of family unit mentally, and just equipping them. Because when you're at school, you have no idea how life's going to screw with your mind. It's going to have highs and lows, but if you go into it that bit mentally stronger and go, you know what, that's right, that's wrong, because we don't always listen to parents or teachers, but if we do it as ourselves, we're all similar. And once you kind of have that kind of unit and it's clicking together, I hope that the bullying would lower. You're never going to get rid of all of it, but I think when you're in high school and learning something like that and having someone that you can look up to and go, you know what, going into a new school can be scary. But when somebody says, hey, I'm, in my case, Gary, nice to meet you, I'm going to make it, I'm here for you, or there's a school to say, look, here's people to help you through it. And throughout the year, it can be invaluable at sometimes, almost like an unofficial counsellor type thing, somebody you can go to and go, I don't know what to do, and that can make the difference. And when everybody's kind of going through the same things, and then as your years go up, you're building that unit up, and I think it will work. No matter what school you're in, whereabouts, whether it be America, Germany, France, obviously, some places have less bullying, others more. You know, the one thing you look at some of the gangs in America, you know, they have a brotherly unit, or armies. You know, sometimes it's background, but if you can take whatever negativity is in their life and add a bit of positiveness, then we could slowly start seeing a change. And when people are growing up and they're coming out of high school, maybe going into college, that's the freaky one. They've got a bit of mental strength to go into it, and you know, I think relationship-wise, it would help with that. But also, if you unexpectedly have a family or a family that you've planned, you're going in with a bit more, you know, you're more prepared. But that's just my idea. I think wherever you are, no matter what country, go to your local schools or the government and say, look, can we try this buddy system? It would work. Why wouldn't it work? We should do this. If you've seen this, if you've got a kid that's in there, I mean, especially because you know, you have special education classes over in America. I don't know whether it's still called that, but if you've got somebody that is in a normal class and higher up and looking after them, you're going to bridge that gap between somebody that may have a learning disability or physical or mental disability, growing up and not having to go through that hatred, and not being awkward. And also that teaches, when you're coming out, you know, you could end up volunteering. You could become a medic or paramedic, you know, whatever it is. It can make a difference. So, the buddy system. Try it. It'll work, honest. Not quite a rant, just an idea to throw out there. Let's see if it works.